My name's Esmeralda, as most of you know. I feel that I have been grappling with injustice and justice all my life, um, especially with my family. My grandmother from my dad's side, who has marched in the Cesar Chavez march during that time period, to my mother, whom doctors have told that I would not be a vegetable because of the strength that I did not have in my muscles and my body to hold my head and my arms. From that point on, it's been in my life, throughout my life, I think a takeaway for me as far as dealing with injustice is the scripture that talks about love one another as we love ourselves. You know, how do we feel that we need to or want to or desire to be loved? And yet, how do we love our person that we don't know off the streets? Or maybe we are working in an office and we have clients. And how do we see them? Do we see them as ourselves, as loving them? Do we love them like we love ourselves? Or do we love them, oh, they're just that person over there? That's the thing that I come and take away with it. And seeing people as they are, and not just as they are, but as their potential. That has looked like helping people, advocating for themselves, helping them to find their own voice. This one lady, she needed a wheelchair, and I have helped her to make phone calls to Bridge Ministries, which provides wheelchairs at low cost. I've helped made food for people during the holidays, like Easter when I'm around, or New Year's, so that they can um, have food for during Easter or Thanksgiving or even St. Patrick's Day before COVID. Tried to do a tenants union. I got involved at one point to be able to get to know the tenants' rights so that people who are having trouble. I had a lady who had wanted a lift so that she could go down with her electric wheelchair. And so I wrote a letter to the head of the building that I've lived in to advocate for a heavier lift that would accommodate for a wheelchair. We were able to get a new lift, but were not successful to get a lift for her wheelchair. And we held meetings so that I could hear what needed to be fixed. Bathroom stalls, ADA accommodations. We were talking about those in the bathrooms and different areas in the lobby. To advocate, especially right now when buildings are being built and all of us are being locked down. As everyone knows, the homeless crisis has skyrocketed, and we could use all those buildings for homes. Advocate government, write government letters. Also, peer support, because peer support is a driving force for helping people stay connected. I know it has been for me. Certified peer support is people who have gone through their trials, such as like myself, who've gone through depression, for 7-year depression, and they have the tools now to be able to manage their mental health, and they are stable enough to be able to use their tools and teach other people the tools to manage um, their own stressors. And we need more peer support to be able to work with not only counselors um, but teachers. We need parent peer supports. We need peer support to work with landlords so that they understand who they are dealing with in their um, homes, so that it's not so one-sided. My faith is the foundation because God is love. And without his love for me towards other people, and for me to be able to see them as they are, and not like suppress their struggles, but to see their struggles as they are, I think is what Jesus would say, is to be able to see their struggles, not suppress them, and to be able to validate what people are going through. And that's what he did, He brought the children to come to him. He didn't want the children to be left behind. He brought the poor to be able to come to him. And he didn't want them to not go hungry.